Hello, everybody. Once again, we're going to try another episode of Psycho's Bladders here, always powered by coffee each and every time. I have noticed that I would have had this up sooner, but my internet is doing screwy things. Looks like we've got Ecuadorian internet today. Actually, what I really think is the problem is that I have to go to the cable company because that's where I get my internet from, and I got to get a new router. This router, I think, honestly, is refurbished. Okay, it ain't brand new when I get it. It just looks brand new, but it's not. So it's lasted over 2 years, and I think routers, at least of that grade, only last 2 to 3 years. So if for some stupid reason that this broadcast gets cut, okay, it's because of the internet. I had to unplug the router, let it sit, and then plug it back in. Does that make a lot of sense? It's been a weird day for today. Been a weird day for a Tuesday. I titled it Tuesday afternoon because A, it is Tuesday afternoon, and B, because, well, I kind of sort of wanted to do a title dedication to the late Graham. That's right. I was wearing the Moody shirt yesterday, but I've got my Sammy Hagar and the Circle shirt on instead. Hey, Tyler, how are you? But Graham Edge, drummer of the Moody Blues from 1963 to 2018, because I think that's the last year that the Moody's, and what I mean by the Moody's being Justin Hayward, John Lodge, and Graham Edge, performed. Ever since then, they pretty much have been on their own little solo bits. Graham lost his battle with cancer. It was like close to 6 month battle, I guess, and that's what at the age of 80. I like the Moody Blues. I've liked them probably. Well, hell, I'm trying to remember. I think the first album I ever bought, and it was because of MTV actually, as to why I liked the Moody Blues. The Voice. That was the first Moody Blues album I ever bought, and I love that song. I've always loved that song. It's like one of my favorites. Every part of that song is great. There's other stuff off of Voice, but it was like, for some reason, when they put that album out, and then they put out, I think it was called The Present in 1983, was the next album after that. And I didn't care for that album so much. I remember MTV put out the video Sitting at the Wheel, and I thought that was okay. But I went into the back catalog, okay, and started picking up things. I want to say I think I was able to. I remember finding Octave in a cutout bin by then, and so I grabbed Octave from '78, and then I just kept going backwards. The only thing I ever had was what? Wait a minute here. Seriously? When? Can you tell me, please, when you got that message? I will admit, I texted him yesterday. That would explain why he, like, I'm trying to think, when I saw the last Thrifty Tim video, Calvin, could you give me a hint as to when was the last time that you contacted him? I'm worried. Now I'm worried. See, it has not been already that good. Between some internal stuff mixed with my knees fucking up, mixed with one of my work friends maybe dying, it's on that. And I hope Tim's all right. That would hurt. I'm texting now, by the way, Tim. And I'm to Calvin, if that's okay. Sorry, guys. This is enthralling television. What can I say? I just texted him. We'll see. We'll see. My God, I hope nothing serious happened to him too. I'm sorry. I can't deal with that. I hope that I hope he's okay. I'll be praying. Maybe he'll answer back. I don't know. I'm friends with, not only do I know Tim, but of course his whole family. I've known them for about 20 years or more, actually. And, 20 years sounds right. So the thing is, guys, is that, so the Moody's, so that they pretty much, haven't really done anything since 18. The last studio album that they did was called December in 2003, which, looking back at it, I do remember picking up that CD for a dear friend of mine, bigger Moody fan than I am. I never come across another copy of the Christmas album that the Moody's did since then. But in fact, come to think of it, I'm trying to think the last time I remember hearing the Moody's on the radio or MTV. I think it was the Sur La Mer album, which in the early 90s, right? I think. Keys to the Kingdom came out in 91. And Strange Times came out in 99, I want to say. I don't know. They were very creative at that time. If it wasn't for the discovery of the Mellotron, he emailed you this morning? Oh, crap. Oh, no. You know what? Anybody that's watching out, please, we're just going to do this anyway. Please pray for Thrifty Tim Smith, ladies and gentlemen, from Thrifty Tim's. All right. He's a dear friend of mine. He is a VC friend and a real friend for me. Please, everybody, let's pray for Tim that he gets through whatever he has to go through. Instagram message. Okay. I'm on Instagram, but I don't go on. I don't visit that much on there. I've done some videos on Instagram in the past. Yeah, I've got, so yeah, him and my friend Jordan, ladies and gentlemen, if we can pray for Tim and Jordan, that would be beautiful and very heartfully meant. So that was one, rest in peace announcement. The other one is John Goodsell. John Goodsell was the guitarist for the jazz fusion rock Brand X, who that got created in the mid 70s. I heard of Brand X, but I never heard the music. I know Phil Collins was a semi-member of that band, and he drums on a of Brand X's material from 75 to 81, if I remember correctly, mostly. Okay, he just texted me back. Holy. Excuse me 1 second. I'm normally this is a loose end show, but I try to be a little more professional. I know, guys. All right. He says for that. Responded to me, Calvin, in text form. He said he had a migraine that has lasted for 5 days. Not good. Not good. Migraines, I haven't had one in a very long time, but for a while I was susceptible to migraines. But I think, truthfully, mine were stress related. And then I just remember one day not having them for a few years. And then they came back for a little bit, and then knock on whatever, I haven't had any since. I hope it stays that way, to tell you the truth, okay? So those two are the ones that I know in passing. So Graham Edge and okay, Calvin, he got out of the ER. He's out of there. Okay, good. So he's not there anymore. He's out. Talk to him more later, maybe. So, like I said, to the 6 people here, I appreciate you watching. I just thought I'd come on for a little while. I think we're probably going to do a short show like we did last time, but I did drop it in. If anybody cares to pop on by, I did let a few people know I was going to be doing this, but maybe they could have fell away because it took me about 15 to 20 minutes to get back the internet up. And I'm telling you, I really wish I mean, yeah, first world problems, right? First world problems. You see, because I'm an old fart, I remember the days of internet. So it's like, I'm not entirely reliable on the thing, although it helps. I've got enough books here. I've got enough albums I can spin. Um, I've got enough Mystery Science Theater, Svengoolie, Doctor Who, Three Stooges box set. I've got a shit ton of stuff I can watch. I got probably 100 hours worth of, say, 100 hours of stuff I could watch if the internet. But YouTube's my favorite channel. It really, really is, because I love watching some of your guys' material, and I like checking stuff out. I guess from what I heard earlier today or something, I didn't get a chance to watch all of it yet, but HEK has got a contest, a push to 1,000. Royce, how you doing? Like I said, I'm hoping to pop on by Friday. I'd like to for a little while. What's your topic? Would you care to tell me, or is that a secret still? Because I can try to plan. I had some Elvis I was going to show last week. Nothing as good as what you guys have got. And I'll tell you, Royce, one of the people I was impressed with, Charlie Hodges' stepson. Am I right on this? He was on Royce's show, ladies and gentlemen, and he had some interesting stories too. Speaking of Elvis, for 2 seconds, if you'll permit me, I think this was about a couple weeks ago. I was at a flea market-y type thing, and I came across something for the very first time that I never came across before. Elvis bootlegs, Elvis vinyl bootlegs. And I'm like, here's the thing. Back in the 70s and 80s, Elvis bootlegs really would have meant something, right? Right, because the stuff, most of it wasn't released yet. Now, oh no. Oh no. Oh, I am so sorry. My God, is something in the air? Is something in the air, or is it the stars are misaligned? Uh, what's that Fifth Dimension song? When the moon is in the seventh house? I don't even want to know. I hope everything goes well. And you know what, Royce? I don't know if you're driving, flying, whatever. I'm in Northwest Arkansas. Oh, I don't know. If you're coming through Northwest Arkansas, let me know. I only have Sunday and Thursday off this week, I discovered, thanks to Wally World, of course, is giving Thanksgiving off to us. And so because of that, they decided to take my Monday. I don't like Mondays. I want to shoot. No, I already said that yesterday. Oh no. So sorry, nephew. Oh God. When anybody dies, whether they're distant or close, it hurts, totally hurts. So I'm very sorry, Royce. Prayers of healing to the family and all affected and involved. Okay, we'll say that. Um, all right. So yeah, so I came across those Elvis bootlegs. Is that they were way too expensive. And the thing is that some of them, to me, in my opinion, were way overpriced. I think the cheapest bootleg he had was 25, and it went all the way from 25 to $60. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, there is oh no, with the twin girls. Um uh, it's just, to me, they were overpriced. I came across a few years. This'll get you. This was put out in the 70s, though. A Buddy Holly bootleg. That's something that I never thought I'd find, was a Buddy Holly bootleg. Right. Excuse me one second, ladies and gentlemen. I will be right back. Oh, ow. Oh, God. My knee has been horrible all day. Oh. Whew. Oh, I thought you were going to throw it.
Can you feel the Andy's got the fire?
I'm not going to lie to you. I may have to take a pain pill later. We shall see. I did get myself a brace, but I got to put it on. I got to try it later. Because I can't be like this. This is just hurting me like a mofo. I thought it would go away. I've been hurting for like over 2 days. All right, I'm back, kids. Let's see. So Tyler goes off and says, some of the bootlegs are interesting relics. I have a Monkeys one pre-86, I think. Almost everything on it was like, what though? You're right, Tyler, but I would love to find, what was it? They did one called Monkey Mania, which I think was 3 or 4 albums, all colored vinyl. I had a friend of mine in the 80s when I was in high school named Michelle. This is back up in Illinois, okay? And she had all of these Monkey bootlegs. I mean, they were not cheap back then. Monkey Mania was one. They had a goofy one called Polywana Banana, which was the 1968 Japan concert, which I think they need to legitimately release from the Japanese 68 concerts. Rhino needs to put it out. I'm sorry. I'm to have a legit release. But yeah, that Buddy Holly bootleg was real weird. And of course, based on what I remember looking at the jacket and the listings, I want to say 90% of that stuff landed on legitimate Buddy Holly. What was it? Like one of the things was First Time Anywhere, when it was, I don't know, the demos and such that MCA put out. So, yeah. Also, cannot remember. They did do bootleg of the Monkeys 33 and a third special. Now, saying that, of course, it's going to be mono because it was taped for TV, not stereo. All right. So the sound isn't going to be perfect on that. In fact, if I remember correctly, but I'm not here today. Rhino Handmade did, I think, gleaned a couple cuts off that special. I love the Monkeys, but that 33 and a third special, most of it was god awful. I'd probably say 50% special was awful. I don't know what drugs they were on, and I'm not even talking all the Monkeys here. Snowy Edmonton. Oh boy, my friend, Dwayne, Snowy Edmonton up in Canada. What is it? Goth Angel, my beloved. She lives in the state of Michigan, and for now anyway, and got snowed and stuff. And grandma, I call her grandma. I'm sorry, my mom. To the kids, it's grandma. Lives in Northwest Illinois, and they got some, at least a little bit. I know that much. Yeah, the live ones from the 80s and a Dolan Jones Boyce and Hart one I wouldn't mind having. I could have sworn that there was a bootleg, Tyler, of of the 1977 Dolan Jones Boyce Hart show where Peter Tork jumps up on stage and plays banjo for a couple tracks. So, I would love to have that one. That's not legitimately released. We had a warm and dry November till yesterday. Oh boy, we got a fair bit of snow. You know what? I'll tell you something. A lot of people have gone off and said to me in the past, because of course I'm from Chicago, and I survived the blizzard of '79. I was 12. That was my blizzard. For the generation before me, it was the blizzard of '67, you see. That one was god awful. I have seen pictures and little news clips. And for '79, I was 12, and the snow went all the way up to my waist. Seriously, it was crazy. It was crazy. A bunch of buildings got damaged. In fact, that's why the dog and suds. We had a dog and suds where in my town. Never came back because it collapsed the roof. And then we had a bookstore, an awesome bookstore, record store. They would always keep the top 40 selections, and their roof caved in. Oh my God, it was god awful. I saw them. Yeah, and you know what? A few people taped from the Greek theater last night of the Monkees, their last bit. 55 years, guys. 55 years that the name has been kept going, and they bowed out gracefully. It was nice. I really kind of want to, I thank all of them for giving me a big part of enjoyment in my life. Yeah, see, it was for Chicagoland bit. It was mid-January 1979. I tripped an old newscast from Chicago, and that's how I found out. Wow, yeah. See, I only had one sibling, and she's been gone now. January it'll be 13 years she's been gone. I didn't know a lot about her musical tastes. I know she was into Annie DeFranco. What was she into? Annie DeFranco, Garbage, maybe Tori Amos. A few. She was into a few things. So you guys want to see what books I've picked up over the last week to 2 weeks? I picked these all up for $3 to $5. No, excuse me, there's one that's $1. So $1 to $5. We'll start out with the Buck book. How about that? So I didn't know Buddy Guy wrote a book. When I left home, I cannot wait to read this. Out of all honesty, I love it. Keith quotes, "When I first heard Buddy Guy, I got scared. Musically, he had raised the bar and continues to do so. Buddy has never failed to amaze me, first as an artist and second as a beautiful guy. I did not give him my guitar for show. I loved X, yet I loved what Buddy gave us even more. Long may he give us his gift." Now, the thing is, let's see here. This is from 2012. Is there a decent picture I can show you guys? Let's see. Oh, here we go. He says his Jerry curl days. I know somebody personally that was in Buddy Guy's band. He was a guitar player for about 5 years, if I remember correctly. He goes under the name of Frank Bang, is his stage name. He performs down in Florida for any of you Floridians. Great show to go catch. My brother's records included Kiss, Nazareth, Roxy, Meatloaf, Dr. Hook, and others. Well, Dwayne, sounds like you have, an awesome brother for the records and such, They went off and threw another concert announcement into my area. So maybe some of you guys, they'll be over there too. The 50th anniversary Marshall Tucker Band. Okay, which, all right, guys, we know it's a lead singer, but have some competent musician back him. Okay, if I remember correctly, one of the guitar players was in the Outlaws in the 80s and the 90s. And then the drummer's B.B. Borden, who was in Mother's Finest, Molly Hatchet, and has been with him since. So Marshall Tucker Band and opening act Dave Mason. Dave Mason. Now, see, I've seen Tucker. I saw Doug Gray, the singer. I met him. I met him, and I met B. Borden, and I cannot remember the other person. He passed away. The other guy I met, Stuart Swanland. That was his name, and they were all a nice bunch of guys. Doug put up with my nonsense. He signed a couple Marshall Tucker albums for me, and BB signed his only Molly Hatchet album he did, No Guts, No Glory. And we kind of commented, and even Doug was looking over BB's shoulder, that he looked like he was 12 years old on the back of the album cover. So Marshall Tucker, Dave Mason in March. So I may actually have to go there. Maybe I have that book, but buddy guy saw him twice. Some of his bandmates signed the book. Johnny Lang. Oh, see, now Johnny Lang's a cool dude. Like me, right? Johnny Lang. I think that. I'd love to meet Johnny Lang. He's got a story too. I'll tell you. He's a born again Christian. He has been for a few years now. Yeah, I've never seen Dave Mason either. Saw Steve Winwood twice live as the opening act for Petty. That's one of the things I actually do regret, Dwayne. I had a shot to go on that last tour. I think it was like 3 to 4 months before Petty died. That last one, he threw Little Rock, and it was Steve and Tom Petty. And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, I cannot remember why I didn't get to go out to that one. I regret it. I really kicked myself in the ass for that. But I like his Traffic stuff, Blind Faith, Spencer Davis Group. His solo stuff, some of it. He got a lot of hits on the radio in the 80s and early 90s, but I'm just like, if nobody would have to twist my arm to go see him. Now, I heard from somebody that actually worked backstage, this was an 80s gig, trying to remember, he was the headliner, and I guess he was being a total douche to the whole road crew. Like I said, my buddy was part of the road crew. That's not cool. But Dave Mason, definitely I got one Traffic album with him. I've got some solo stuff of him. And I wouldn't roll his eyes if I showed him the CD cover for the Fleetwood Mac album Time. Because I have that. Unfortunately, the Dave Mason songs on that album weren't really that great. The only songs on that album from 95 that I liked, and it was marginal, was the Christine McVie ones. That was about the only thing, but the rest of that album was a turd. Hey, how are you, Dave? Afternoon, Paul. Saw Buddy Guy concert in Brampton, Ontario, Canada. Fantastic show. One thing for sure, Buddy has a lot, doesn't he? I have seen clips. I've seen clips from YouTube. So I'm thinking, actually, because Buddy Guy comes home every January, he pretty much, and if you're going to be in the Chicagoland area in January, he usually takes up most of that month to perform in his own club. And I think I'm going to roll the dice, and I'm going to send this book. I'm going to send this book up there to his club with a short note and see if he'll sign it for me. It'd be an honor if he would sign that for me. He's one of the best living bluesmen still around, guys. There's an upload on YouTube. Steen Woodward, age 15 and 63, 64, auditioning for Decca Records. The R&B quartet who became this. You know what? Like I said, I really do like his Spencer Davis Group stuff. Of course, my favorite's always going to be "Give Me Some Lovin'." I love that. Found a Dave Mason live at the thrift store. You know what's really funny is, Tyler, that's where I find most of the Dave Mason stuff. The Goodwill around here will get Mason. It's like, oh, there you go. And you know what? Even some of the record stores around here, they'll throw his bargain bins. All right, so let's see. So, Buddy Guy, what else did I pick up? $3, couldn't screw it up. Face It from Debbie Harry. Now, okay, I'm a Blondie fan. The old school Blondie, all right, the 70s Blondie. I remember having all the damn albums. The one that really kind of tripped me up was Thunder, if you guys remember that. I think the MTV showed the single Island of Lost Souls. I didn't care for that. I'm like, I liked all those albums up to that. I bought it. I bought it in the cutout bin, though. I'm not gonna lie. And then I remember coming across in a resale shop Cuckoo, which was her first solo album. I think it was from 83, I think, which the cover was a Geiger cover. Geiger being the dude that did the artistry for Brain Salad Surgery for ELP. I remember the song French Kissin' in the USA. That one I remember. I want to go to Chicago for longer. I was there at the O'Hare, but yeah, in 2013. Oh, wow. Sure. Yeah. You believe you me. I come from Polish and German stock. That's what I do from that lived in downtown Chicago. Okay. And in that area, my grandma. Okay. My grandma and such, they stayed there until the late 50s. No, I want to say 61, 62. And then they got out and moved towards the suburbs. That's what they did. But with Debbie Harry here, I do actually have that 1968 Wind in the Willows LP. I found that thing for $1. And it looked like it was never played. If I remember correctly, she was a Playboy bunny at one point or another, or something like that. So she's been all over the place. It's just when Blondie reunited, I didn't care for the material. I still don't care for the material. It seems like something was a little off, in my opinion, anyway. And of course, it doesn't help, that when that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, that there was some ugliness. Let's see. Here's a picture. How about that? There's a picture of Debbie Harry from it. All right. Next, $3. Do you feel like I do? Peter Frampton. Excuse me. So I saw Frampton play, when 2009 to 2010. Great damn show. Oh my God. It was a great concert with Frampton. Talk about a guy who, let's face it, right? On the twinge, the end of Small Faces, the beginning of Humble Pie, goes to go start his solo career on Frampton's Camel, too. Does all that. Looking back, that Frampton Live album from 76, how did it get so damn big? It's a great album, but I'm like, just looking back on it 45 years later, I'm like, it just must have been lightning in a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Because, with Frampton, I don't know if I even picked that up brand new. I just remember being all over the radio in 76. Okay. And then I remember the next album, which had I'm In You, which I'm going, oh, God, no, sappy shit. Then that movie abortion called Sergeant Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band, the movie. from 1978. Great soundtrack, shitty film. And I'm just like, seriously? But he's redeemed himself over the years. I've liked the last few albums he's put out. Oh, no kidding. See, now I haven't seen Miller either. I would love to see Steve Miller. But yeah, so let's see. There he is, jumping on stage. See if I can show you a decent shot, huh? Okay, how about this one? Down here it says, me, Bill Wyman, and Charlie Watts for at the session for Cornerstones on the Fingerprints album. That's kind of neat, right? Rest in peace, Charlie. Your neighbor likes that movie, huh? Oh, well. Saw the Steve Miller Band twice. That's cool. Like I said, I would love to see them once. That is a fact. Let me throw this on here again. And then, let's see. Lastly, I picked up a surprise signed book. Never got the hype from Friends. It comes alive. Found it for $1. Yeah, I kept it just to have it. But, I think I've got one too. And I think that's about how much I paid for also. It was $1. I know he did some albums for Atlantic. He was on, I think he was on the Frampton album, Don't Let Me Down. Was that the name of it from 87? The Glass Spider Tour. Okay, so he was the guitarist for Bowie for 87. I almost wouldn't mind hearing some of that stuff. I bet you there's got to be a release here. Yeah. Here's an interesting trivia, Dwayne. Did you know who the opening act was for the majority of the Frampton Comes Alive tour? I thought this was pretty neat. There was a band that was called Natural Gas. That was the name of the band. It was formed in late 1975. Hi, JJ. I hope you're doing well, too. Natural Gas was basically Joey Milan from Badfinger, Jerry Shirley from Humble Pie, Peter Wood, if I remember correctly, he was involved in Al Stewart and off, and another band too. And Mark Clark, he is a bass player extraordinary. He's been all over the place. I met Mark Clark. He was performing in Davy Jones's solo band in the mid 2000s. He played in some of the Monkees touring bands too. In the if I remember correctly, even going back to the late 80s, he was with them for a while. He was in Rainbow, and he was in Uriah Heep for a little while. Yes, basically a supergroup. Paul, do you want some of my Thai food? Let's see here. Oh, did not know that. I'm almost famous. So I came across this book. Supreme Glamour from Mary Wilson. That's right, Supreme Glamour from Mary Wilson. Here's the front, here's the back. I was hoping that it was going to be something. I was so correct. This was a high dollar book when it came out. I remember Barnes and Noble. Here's a nice picture. I'll show you right across from there. Here's a nice picture. I don't care what anybody says. Mary Wilson was the heart of that band. All right. Diana Ross might have been the voice of the band, but Mary Wilson was the heart of that band. She kept it going when she didn't even really have to. I think truthfully, that, I'll tell you who. Yeah, see, exactly. I'll tell you who really got the shit on him was Florence Ballard. She was shit on by Motown, by Diana, and it's just like they pushed her out. Yeah, the Supremes were a great group. And actually, I didn't know this until recently. That I think this was before Mary died. That she mentioned that she is not, her and Birdsong, who replaced Florence, were not singing background on Someday We'll Be Together, the last Supremes 45 with Diana Ross. It was the Adantes were singing background. So Mary and Cindy aren't even on the damn last 45. It's like, how rude is that? But those were all the bargain books, right? Did good deals. I don't know. Like I said, I'll probably ship that one to Buddy Guy. I might hang on to this Mary Wilson. It's my second Mary Wilson autograph. I actually have a Dream Girl paperback signed by her. She came a couple times to the Branson, Missouri area, but I know that the signed one I just showed you, I know that Noble were doing signed editions originally. So I remember that was roughly around the place we signed. So that was a Barnes and Noble edition. Also, another book that I just got done with. It's an older book. I felt compelled to read it. From Grand Funk to Grace, the biography of Mark Farner. Now, talk about a dude that was in the 70s, 1969 to 76 technically, was in the biggest band of that time. You know what, Greg? You're right. And she's got a new album, too. I guess her 25th solo album. I could care less. I'm not going to get it. But so I've been a big Grand Funk fan since, God knows what. I know this is an old book. This is 20 years old. I hope they give an updated edition. This came with a bonus CD that was mostly Mark Farner's, some of his gospel recordings, because he's been a born-again Christian since about 1986, 87. But you know what? In this story, you get the meat and potatoes of what was behind the scenes. Remember I said a long time back that if there was ever to be a class on rock and roll, if you were going to start up a band, I mentioned that the Badfinger book Day After Day should be part of the reading material. This should also be curriculum in that material too, for several different reasons. Number one, the screwing over from Terry Knight, their manager. They were managed by Terry, so was Blood Rock. They were both managed. Terry Knight started out in Terry Knight and the Pack. That was the name of that. My first guest.
Hello.
Is this guy. Hi.
Well,
so Terry Knight screwed Grand Funk, but saying that, going back into it, Greg says hello, Richard.
great man.
That they would have just lasted a couple more months. They would have been out of the contract, and there wouldn't have been the lawsuits that half crippled them. And then Mark gets kicked out of his own band in 1999, 2000. And that's why he's not in Grand Funk Railroad. And Grand Funk, even though they have 2/3 of the lineup, that's classic. I'm sorry, kids. I don't know how you feel, Richard, about certain bands, and it's like when there's a main member that's they're mainly the gist of it. Mark Farner was Grand Funk. Yeah. You needed all three parts, but Mark Farner wrote 90% of the damn songs.
Mark Farner is Grand Funk Railroad. I mean, if you take him out.
Now Donnie Brewer, the drummer, yes, he sang "We're an American Band." Yes, Walk Like a Man, and a couple of them, but basically all the other stuff was Farner. And but yeah, so Richard, how you doing today?
I can't tell if I'm getting sick or not. It might just be allergies. I can't tell.
Oh, now there, you know what, Dwayne? There's a good one for you. I had it, but I think I gave it to a friend. I had a Michael Bloomfield book that was put out that actually had unreleased recordings. I love it when back then in the 90s and O's that they would put bonus CDs of stuff and would just attach it to the book. What is my thoughts on Rick Derringer? You mean good old rock and roll hoochie coo? Rock and roll. You know, I like Derringer. Derringer was in a lot of stuff, from McCoy's to Edgar Winter to I think he worked with Johnny Winter. He attempted a group. I remember coming across this album, but I never listened to it. DNA, which was Derringer and Carmine Appice. Derringer's just all over the place. I think he even was on a Ringo All-Star tour at one point or another, if I remember correctly. So
yeah, I think he was I think he was in Ringo's band.
Yep, see the McCoys. Now, that's funny, though, about bringing up Rick Derringer, because Rick Derringer did play a small-ass biker bar in the late 80s near where I lived. I only found out about it actually as it was happening. I was like, son of a bitch, because if I knew that, I would have gone down there and tortured Rick Derringer.
Hey, Dwayne. How you doing?
But so let's see. I haven't heard diddly squat about any upcoming 2022 Beatle-like stuff. I did hear that I guess that Let It Be is going to be coming out to DVD or Blu-ray in April. That's nice. I just have a bootleg.
You mean Let It Be or Get Back?
No, Let It Be. Let It Be is supposed to be coming out legit,
which will be nice.
Right. And of
course, I thought they want people to basically forget about Let It Be.
Well, no, I'm glad that they're putting it out, because like I said, I had a bootleg DVD of it. It was from an 86 VHS transfer for the one time that it was on VHS. And
I have a bootleg DVD.
Yeah. Also, I got from the same guy. And I have that somewhere in a box, though. The Shea television special from '65 with Ed Sullivan emceeing. I have that too. And that one actually says somewhere, I can't remember if it's in the beginning or the end, it's got the Apple logo and everything, you know, so to make it more legit. That sinks the value of my Laserdisc copy. Oh my. Excuse me. My cousin who's 67 you see, isn't Hang On Sloop, if I remember correctly, is the state song of Ohio. State song of Ohio is Hang On Sloopy.
Yeah, that's their big hit, Hang On Sloopy.
JJ says, I'm not holding my breath for Let It Be. They have said this. Yes, you're right. You're right. They did. And I can't wait for Thursday. Next Thursday, excuse me, which I remember is part 1. My buddy and my son's got Disney Plus, so I can watch it from the comforts of my living room.
Hey, Adam.
Hi. Never came across it. You know, JJ, that would be a cool Laserdisc. The only Laserdisc Beatle related that I have It's in my collection somewhere, and it's Japanese. Help. I do have Help on Laserdisc, and it's clean. It's the only problem with it. The corner has some slight water damage. Other than that, it's pretty damn good, and it's a gatefold, and it's beautiful. And I guess for me, the one I would like would be a Laserdisc of Head from the Monkees. I know they made one. You see, JJ, yeah, that's right, because my friend Doug Fields, aka the Vinyl Grotto, he's got the anthology laser discs, and he surprised me with that because that was a couple of years ago. He came across them relatively cheap, and yeah, look at that, selling the $50 on eBay. Bought it quick.
I've never seen Head before. I've never seen Head.
Oh man, you need to. Tyler, I've had the
Is Head really worth watching?
Huh?
Is Head really worth watching?
Yes, it is.
Do I have to be high to watch it, or on acid, or?
Okay, look, if you're gonna want to smoke a spliff, I guess that would maybe help your cause. I don't do drugs, but it's like I got it. I understood the movie. I did, and I said that to Mickey and Peter and Davey. I said that individually to them. The first response from Davey, and I'm not kidding about this, was, "You must be joking." And I'm going, "Oh my God," he said it like he did on the TV show. And I'm like, I said, "No, I'm not, sir. Far from it." I said, "I get it." And Mickey, he just looked at me weird when I said that. And
that you could understand their movie.
And Peter, he went, "Oh, really?" and shook his head. And I'm going, "Okay, fine.
It's pretty bad that you can understand their movie, but they can't understand their own movie.
Well, okay, look, I brought up The Wall. I understood The Wall too.
Oh God, The Wall is too much for me. I can't. Well, I tried to watch a couple minutes.
And they say you got to be high to watch The Wall. Well, I'm like,
yeah.
I watched it on MTV. It was one of those late night things in the 80s. And I'm going, wow. And I still think about that. I'm like, wow, what a movie. Of course, we're talking about the Monkees film. I didn't know that there was a horror classic named Head. You got me on that one.
I watched about 10 minutes of The Wall. I'm like, okay, this is too much for me. I can't deal with it.
That is right. Jack Nicholson directed it. The thing is, of course, and in BBS, as I call them, they knew what the hell they were doing. Here comes our next guest, by the way.
Hey.
Wall would scare Mason, I think.
Are we talking about?
Hey, Mason.
Wait a minute. Are we talking about?
I don't think Head would scare Mason.
Are we talking about this wall right here?
No, I'm talking about the movie, The Wall, the movie. I think that would scare you.
The movie,
Yes,
Wall.
But the movie The Wall is inspired by this album, right?
Right.
That's the same movie. We're talking about the same movie, right?
Yeah. Bob Geldof is in The Wall. Mr. Boomtown Rat, Mr. A Few Years Later, Organized Live Aid. Yes, Bob Geldof in The Wall movie. I mean, I love good music movies. I mean, seriously, I wish you guys were around to watch MTV in the early 80s when they did do the midnight movies, the midnight concerts. I'm like, that's how I got turned on to so many different things. That was the first time I saw Song Remains the Same, from Zeppelin's movie, The Wall, the Ramones Rock and Roll High School.
I love music movies too, but if they're just so ridiculous that I can't even follow it, it's like.
mean,
I like this from Tyler.
Richard's favorite.
I love how Mickey will say it shows anybody seen our movie head.
I'm here and say, Richard, your favorite music movie is probably A Hard Day's Night.
I hate A Hard Day's Night.
Well,
no, let's say goodbye to Broad Street.
You know what?
No, it's not Broad Street. No, I don't like Broad Street.
Help is just so much better than A Hard Day's Night.
Help is actually my favorite Beatles movie. I like Help.
Help is so much better than A Hard Day's Night.
Yeah, in my opinion,
Mystery Tour is better than A Hard Day's Night.
It's just too much.
If I saw Crush Groove, JJ, I don't remember.
I mean, A Hard Day's Night is just beyond boring. You know, the plot is essentially.
Yeah, I just think it got boring. It's too
around by girls. Ringo goes missing, and they have to find him. That's it.
Yeah.
Help at least tries to have a major plot. Like, can't get the ring off Ringo's finger, so it turns into an action film.
Yeah. Yellow Submarine, I do like, shit, even Tyler, though it's technically.
It's 5% of true Beatles because the Fab Four do.
Yeah, Yellow Submarine, I do like, even though it's not really a real Beatles movie.
They do, John Paul, George, and Ringo do have a brief appearance in the end credits.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Tyler, I think on YouTube somebody posted a full, it's either from 73 or 74, really good Pro Shot Genesis concert film recently. And I'm sorry, I wish I knew who the channel was. Oh, dear Lord. Best of John Holmes. Let's not say we did.
Yeah, there's a site to go watch that on. It's called www.cornhub.com.
I know I'm in the minority, JJ. Everybody says that A Hard Day's Night is a great film. I'm just not a big. It's a great film. I'm just not a big film of. Yeah.
Come on, Adam.
Dolan yelling about now?
I finally saw your mother for a few seconds when you were on. I think it was Brother Brian's last little bit. She showed up. I got to see her for 2 seconds. Ooh. I was like, "Oh, that's what Richard's mom looks like."
Me, I was on Brother Brian's.
I don't know.
Hey,
why,
Richard.
Though. I really don't know why, because you're going against Rachel's wishes.
Richard,
I hope you understand that.
I do what I want. I don't care what anybody.
Richard? Are you a hustler?
I'm a hustler.
Are you a hustler, man?
I'm a hustler.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna steal everybody's money. I'm gonna steal all your money, and you.
Well, that's not very good inspiration from your role model, Mr. McCartney, is it? According to you, Mr. McCartney is the most generous man on the face of this earth.
Hey, Mason, you got some money you can give me? You want to buy some? You want to buy one? You want to buy one of my records?
I just laid $45,000 down on
a new truck,
so I don't have any money to spend.
Oh. Your mom's is yelling at you, Richard.
Yeah, because she doesn't get what I'm alluding to. That's a joke I'm alluding to about Brother Brian. I'm saying that about.
Thank God that didn't happen.
That's just too much. He's just too much.
But hold on, Tyler. Isn't that what 2030 AD was? I think Partridge Family 2030 AD, the cartoon was about a rock band in space. There. See, Paul McCartney could have done an animation. It would have been cheaper and it would have been more.
Oh, hey, Paul, want to see my Christmas present to Richard? I'll just go ahead and
I think it better not be Summer in Paradise.
How are you reading my mind?
Yes, I had
I will
Mason.
burn it. Mason, if you send me that thing for Christmas, I will burn it. Don't you?
All right. How
Mason
about
will send for Christmas.
I will burn that thing, Mason.
look at your
Oh,
damn
Thriller. Okay,
Richard.
I'll take that. The Thriller cassette. That's the original Thriller cassette. I'll take that.
Nah, this
Mason,
is too good
send
for
it to
you.
me. I'll burn it.
No, I'll take the Thriller cassette.
I'm having second thoughts, Richard. Thriller cassette's too good for you. How about this is more?
Oh
SB.
boy.
What's that? I can't even tell what that
Mike
is.
Love.
Oh
It's
no.
Mike Love.
Oh.
Where my mother? Oh, Mike Love. Oh, God.
Oh.
Mike
Good
Love.
vibrations, assassinations, losing leaders never.
I think if you tried to play that Mike Love in a boombox, the boombox would melt.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mike
it would
Love.
suck itself. Mick
I would
Jagger
rather
will kick
listen to
your ass.
Yoko at this point. I think I'd rather listen to Yoko.
I love it.
I think I'd rather listen to Yoko at this point.
Would you rather listen to 3, not 1, but 3 Madonna albums?
Oh, definitely. I love Madonna. I'd rather listen to Madonna than Mike Love any day.
No talent whore.
Don't call her a whore.
Yeah. Richard.
Well, she technically is.
Okay.
You call her a whore.
85.
She is. Richard. Let's go backwards a minute.
I actually agree with Paul here because you guys do know what Playboy 1985 and Madonna is associated with, right?
Okay, well, she might be, but she makes good music, so.
I'm about to get on Google Images and show
On
Richard
what planet?
I'm talking about. Hey, Richard, want to get
On planet Earth, Madonna makes really good music.
Right? Madonna and John Bon Jovi never make an album together because so help me, that might be part of the apocalypse.
Yeah. I agree with you about Bon Jovi, even though talent. I mean,
Hey,
Bon
Richard.
Jovi is a no talent hack. That's correct.
Richard.
yeah.
Richard. I know what I'm going to send you. I know what your Christmas
You can send me Madonna. I'm good with that.
It's going to be this bad boy right here.
Oh, no. Oh, God, not yet. Ugh. Is that repulsive? Oh, is that repulsive?
Hey.
But look at the glorious
yes.
people. Who doesn't love yes? I mean, Richard, you're out of your goddamn mind.
I love Roger Dean's artwork.
I hate
I
Yes.
met Roger Dean, excellent artist.
I cannot stand Yes.
Very
you
nice
won't
in
take-
portrait.
You won't take the vinyl, huh? You won't take the vinyl, huh? How about you take the CDs instead?
You know, Mason's trying to help you in a roundabout sort of way. See,
Roundabout. That's one that like the only good song they made.
Listen, you and I gotta.
Freaking Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson.
Well, what would you rather be, Richard? A Starship Trooper? I could do this all day.
Ugh.
Here we go.
You know, it could happen
I'm
to
serious
you.
about this.
I'm
I'm actually
me. It
dead
can happen
serious
to
about
anyone
this one.
eventually.
Next, he's going to pull out Emerson, Lake and Palmer or Electric Light Orchestra.
Richard.
Well,
I'm
what a
dead
lucky
serious
man
about
you'd
this
be.
now.
Don't bring him down.
I actually
Bruce.
want to send. I actually want to send this to Richard, and I'm dead serious about it.
I can't even tell what it is. Oh, the Carpenters. No, I'd take that. I would take that, yeah.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah, what you get with this is you get 2 discs of their greatest hits.
Yeah. Now, what you should do there, Mason, is you should scribble all over Richard Carpenter's picture, and then you can send it to me.
How about I just draw a dick on his face?
That would be good. That would be good. That would be fine. Oh yeah, no, on him, not on Karen. On him, not on Karen, because that's a representation of what he is.
Here comes Adam.
I'm saving something special for Karen. I'll just draw a pair of melons on her.
Oh my God! No, leave my girl alone. Leave Karen alone. She's a princess.
Yikes!
Leave my girl Karen alone. She was a princess.
It's a bunch of carpenter melons.
Princess can turn into a whore.
Yeah, at least Karen Carpenter was not a no talent horse, sir. Okay, she wasn't a genius,
Yeah,
but she's not a no
voice of
talent
an
horse.
angel. Karen Carpenter is probably up in my top 5 favorite female singers of all time. Just because of that voice.
Okay, I'm pretty. Yeah, we agree on something there, Mason.
How does she compare
I'm
to
totally
Janis
serious.
Joplin?
I'm totally serious.
Oh, she's way better singing than Janis Joplin.
Yes.
Janis Joplin doesn't sing; she screeches.
Janis Joplin's a great rock singer. I
Janice.
love Janis Joplin, but she's not a great
Sorry,
singer.
Greg, man. No
Yeah.
offense. No offense, Greg, man. No offense. We have our opinions. Now, who else will make that top 5 list? Because let's see. Okay, Stevie Nicks for sure.
Stevie Nicks, she is Fleetwood Mac, by the way. Screw Lindsey Buckingham.
Whoa, why?
You know,
Because he's a hack.
He's a
I'm
dick.
gonna tell Lindsay you said that, Richard.
Yeah, you could tell Lindsay I said that. Yeah, okay.
Okay, hold on one second. No, let's face it. You didn't get Lindsay and Stevie in 1974 to Mac. How long do you think Mac stuck around? Not as it did.
They would have been. I think they
Not
would
as
have been
big.
fine
And I
without
love
Lindsay.
Priest.
I like
Lindsay
the
Stevens, Peter Green was the best damn guitarist ever.
Yes.
Bob Welch, underrated. Underrated. Bob Welch was, okay? And Lindsay and Stevie took it in a pop direction, but Lindsay, okay, a lot of people say, and I remember this when Tusk came out in 79. Okay? And a lot of people were going, what's this shit? It took 20 to 25 years for that album to actually grow on people. I like that damn album. I bought it. And even Peter Green shows up uncredited in a guest appearance on that damn album.
Yeah,
Yep,
we lost Mason.
I'm not, by the way, I'm just letting people know I'm not kicking anybody off of here. It could be my internet. It could be your guys' internet. I do not know. I don't kick people off here unless they're douches. And I have people here. So, yeah. You know what, Tyler? I just came across that Paris album. I have not had a chance to pick that up.
There we are.
Sorry, it just didn't work.
Yeah, what's
well.
going on?
I have not picked up that.
And they brought me back in. What's going on here?
And if I remember correctly, Tom Mooney with
What the hell's going on?
just like I explained, it could be my internet. I've got Ecuadorian internet today.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it just me or is Paul's dial-up?
I've got to get a new router. Yeah. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to replace it for 2 weeks. So this is what I'm going to have to put up with for 2 fucking weeks.
Yeah. Now, Mason, you better not pull it. Now, Mason, you better not pull a Simon and Garfunkel out of it. I swear.
No, I want some Simon and Garfunkel.
I don't have Garfunkel.
Adam.
What I like Paul.
What's wrong with Simon?
I mean,
I love Paul Simon. I love Paul Simon.
Well, I was going to say I'm a huge fan of Art Garfunkel.
Because oh god.
That's not true. Okay, anybody out there help me out? There is a song that came out in the last year or two. It's a new musician or newer, and they literally swiped parts of Simon and Garfunkel's 1975 hit My Little Town. They took the horn section. That's how the beginning of start, and then the melody keeps going back to da 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 da. And I'm like, I hate the person doing the fucking song. But they literally, that's all they've taken out of the song, is the underlying rhythm of that song.
That's
I don't know
It's
what
like
you're
it annoys
talking
the
about.
fuck out of me when I hear it.
That's almost as bad as when they took Sound of Silence and remade it. Like someone covered Sound of Silence and remade it. Was horrible.
That was what? Godsmack or Disturbed?
Godsmack. It was one of them.
Yeah, it was Disturbed. I know that for a fact.
Now I'm looking.
I remember hearing that and I'm thinking, why is Disturbed singing? Why are they covering Sound of Silence? That's like the.
Because they didn't have anything else better. I got to see Disturbed locally. I always say I got to see Disturbed when they were Little D. They used to play this small club. Well, it wasn't so small. Burbank, Illinois. It was Champs. That was the name of the place. And Little Disturbed, Small D, would perform at Champs all the time. What new musical artist took part of Simon and Garfunkel? But see, now that's one feud I will never understand. They needed to make one more album, and Simon was a douche, and he invited Garfunkel to do a reunion album, which ended all Simon's Hearts and Bones, and he wiped off most of. There is a couple tracks that have our Garfunkel album, but most of it he got petty. Adam, I didn't say that properly.
Well,
What?
I'll be right back.
Adam, how long have you been collecting?
Since I was a teenager.
Oh man.
Oh,
I got my Bruce Springsteen shirt right here.
I'll be
I'm sorry. oh, I'll still like you anyway.
That's good. I got it for free
Bruce
though.
was a good songwriter. I just don't care for his singing. That's all I'll say about it.
I got the shirt for free at Hard Rock Cafe.
All right. Oh, for free? Well,
Yeah.
there you go. You can't pass up a free shirt, I guess.
Right.
Although I will have to. My only time I ever laughed about somebody wearing a rock shirt, and this was maybe about close to 15 years ago, and there was this regular homeless guy, and I wasn't laughing at him because he was homeless. I just chuckled though because one day he came in wearing a Van Halen 3 tour shirt from '98, and I said, "What the hell is this?" And I started getting him on for this bit, and he goes, and he's looking at it, he goes, "Look, dude," he goes, "I got it for nothing, okay?" He goes, "It's not my favorite album." I'm like, "All right, you get a pass."
Right.
But I was just like, Van Halen 3 tour shirt. I'm like, poor Gary Sharon. Poor Gary Sharon.
I'm back.
It went to the extreme. See what I did there? Oh, and you know, there's another whole fucking album in the vaults, in the Van Halen vaults, because they were working on another one in '99, and there's like 3/4 of an album that's just sitting in there. I only liked Without You and The Hole. That's like the only two I like off that album. The rest of it's shit.
Without You.
What about Jump?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's. I like most of the David Lee Roth.
Hey,
era.
Richard.
Right.
What about
Van
Within You
Hagar's
Without
a
You,
little-
Richard? What do you think of that one?
What are you asking about me, Mason? What are you asking me about, Mason?
Well, Paul mentioned a song called "With or Without you and said,
Oh, you
"What
do
do you
that?
think about
That's
the
a
song?"
good song. That's a good song. I don't
Well,
really like it.
I'm not talking about that song, but I just want to know, what do you think about the song "Within You, Without You" from Pepper?
Oh, the Beatles. The Beatles. I don't like it.
Oh, come on. It's one of George's
Have you
best
guys,
moments.
No. It's,
speaking of that kind of stuff, did you hear in the music news this past week in regard to a long lost track from 1968 that has George and Ringo?
Yes, I actually
It's not
listened
a
to it.
blues
I
track.
heard it. Yeah, I heard it.
I like it. I like
Yeah,
it,
me too.
Adam. Like I want if
I
that
like
thing
the.
comes out on a 40,
I,
I'll buy it.
Right.
It's a good
I
song.
like the.
It's damn it, can anybody help me out there who the artist is,
George.
please? Because it's on YouTube. You can watch the clip. It's like 7 minutes long, and I liked it. I liked the way it was done. And I'm like that this finally got uncovered since 68. I'm like, that was a nice, pleasant way to almost end the year for Beatle related stuff. I was
Right.
just like, damn. For some
like,
Indian musician, do you get 2 Beatles? I'm like, you're used to George being on shit with Indian type recordings, but Ringo was there too. I'm like, oh hell yes. Yes,
I like George's guitar on it. I think that was the highlight for me. George played great guitar on it.
It's one of George's
He
best
is a great
moments
slide
on
guitar
Sgt. Pepper.
player.
In fact,
Makes
it's
you
George's
weep.
only moment on Sgt. Pepper, for that matter.
When I hear Day After Day from Badfinger and he gets right into that damn slide, and I'm just like, it almost makes you weep. Seriously, it was that good. That good. Which, speaking of Badfinger type stuff, found something I've been looking for a while. This is the 1983 Joey Milland solo album called After the Pearl, which I managed to pick up for. This thing is not that easy to find. It has a super duper, very slight warp. I looked at it. That's why it was only $6.
Oh,
Because the other copy was like $20. And I looked at it. I mean, we're talking teeny tiny warp. And it still plays great.
oh,
$6?
good.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
He's got an album out too this year. And he's got a bunch of guest artists. Mickey Dolenz is on there on Joey's solo album. There's like a handful of, I think Todd's on
fuck
there.
the monkeys.
I'm going to have to look. I need to get this. I need to get that
Hey,
album.
Richard, fuck the
Yes,
monkeys.
Nathan. What?
Fuck the
Whoa,
monkeys.
whoa, whoa.
I said fuck
Who
the
fucking
monkeys.
said that?
I can't really hear what.
Are you saying
That's
fuck
just
the
simple.
monkeys or fuck the monkey? Which is an alternate take from Peter Gabriel. Fuck the monkey.
No. I said fuck
monkey.
the monkeys. As far as I'm concerned, they only have 4 good songs.
Who?
Mason, I'll
The
kick you
monkey.
off,
If he said the
Mason.
monkey, if he just said the
I'll
monkeys
kick you
don't,
off.
if he just said the monkeys only have 4 good
kick you
songs,
off.
please kick him off.
Yeah, kick him off.
I said
Yeah,
this
Kenny got
yesterday.
to kicked off for that.
I did say that.
Mason,
I did say that, and it's just my opinion.
Mason.
Well, where's
Mason.
Lisa at now?
Monkey tonight.
Get Lisa up here immediately. Where is Lisa? Get her up here immediately, because I think she needs to hear you say that.
Yeah, and get Mayo up here too.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, I like.
You know
Adrian
what?
Believer,
I'll
I
throw
like
an invite.
Adrian
I have
Believer,
2 more
From the
spots.
Monkeys and Last Train to Clarksville. Those are the only 4. Everything else is bland, bullshitty garbage.
What? I'm not even
They
going
do
to say
have
anything.
the Monkeys catalog.
I think
You
you're
haven't
joking.
heard Annie's.
He must
You
be out
haven't
of his
heard
mind. They're
Porpoise
joking.
song. You haven't heard Annie's Municipal Court. You haven't heard Teardrop City or Mommy and Daddy, the original version. That's some kick-ass
You've
shit
been
right
hanging
there.
out with that guy. You've been hanging out with that guy I don't like too long, Mason.
Which one?
But I won't say their name. They know who they are. And
Gotti.
Yeah.
You talking about
Johnny the devil.
Yeah, he's cool.
You've been
He is
hanging
not
out
the
with him
devil.
too long, Mason.
Anyways,
Why can't I
Kevin,
say I'm the
I
monkey's
am
uncle?
looking for Mike Gibbons solo stuff. I've never seen it come across it. He's got like 2 or 3 solo albums. Never come across the solo stuff. Greg does hello, Beans. Now, everybody. This is a drama-free zone. I don't add your political affiliations and how you feel about Joe Biden, and I don't do that here.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about Biden.
Or any politics.
I'm not like Richie who calls everyone wankers.
I'm not trying to dig into politics or anything, but I can smell an idiot from a mile away.
Well, you didn't smell him in the last election, Mason. So
I can sleep at night. I'm independent.
you left that
I'm an
open for me. I'm
independent voter.
sorry.
Have been since '88.
Yeah.
I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm in between, but I do lean a little right. But that's what I've done for the last 33 years. And the rumor down the pipe, I will just say this really quickly, is that Kamala Harris may not be VP for very much longer. That is the rumor down the pipe.
I agree with you.
No, I'm
That's all I'll
serious.
say.
There supposedly is some.
No, I know you're
Oh,
serious.
God, I'm a libertarian. Everyone hates me. See, I actually agree in a little bit of libertarian stuff, but not too much. A little bit. Like I said, I'm an independent thinker. Just like for me, I'm independent. I am a free agent. I do not have any allegiance to anybody whatsoever. I am my own. I'm my little fuck.
But you do not. But
Wait a
you do know. You do know, Paul, that everybody hates you now because you go to Brother Brian's channel. So you're like
Richard.
What?
Richard. Do you hear that? Do you hear that, Randy? Shitstorm coming. The Ides of shit have come. That's a Trailer Park Boys reference. In case
I
you
got
didn't
it right
catch
away
that.
when you said shit.
My Canadians will love me up there for that.
Yes.
It's Richard.
Thank you.
Dolan.
Richard.
Richard. Dolan.
It's the liquor snurf.
liquor smurf, the liquor smurf,
The liquor snurf.
the liquor smurf.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace,
Jim
Mr.
Leahy.
Leahy.
Your
Rest in
lady.
Gotta
peace.
love Richie Dolan, baby.
Yeah. But you do know that you're going to be like
Randy,
that
why are
every
you
other
taking
month.
your clothes off?
Stream.
I can only fight in my underwear.
Yes.
Here's my favorite. Since a few people know what I'm talking about, hang on a minute. Listen, Ricky, you and Julian, you your whores stuck them all in my cat houses. It's gonna cost me $200 from the pharmacy to be. There's not enough shopping carts for me to do this. And lastly,
Oh, if we're doing Trailer Park things, I'll get every reference.
Me too.
hello, Julian.
Conky.
Oh no!
No, don't fuck. That's our buddy's hand under there. Don't fuck.
Oh,
No, Conky.
Conky! Fuck you, Conky!
Hello, Victor, you fuckwad. He fucking smoking conky. He chokes him like he's a fucking real person. I love him.
Oh,
Keep it
man.
up. The green bastard's gonna come out.
Green Bastard?
Yeah.
Oh, the Green Bastard. That's a classic.
I have to tell you something. Who showed up here last Wednesday and I got like zero notice on it, or I maybe would have bought a ticket? Snoop Dogg was here. Snoop Dogg
Oh, fuck. Snoop
was
Dogg.
a DJ.
Oh,
in the
Mason,
local
not
club.
again.
And he went to
Really,
there's
really,
a
seriously this
chain-
time. Fuck Snoop Dogg. I hate everything about that man.
I love Snoop.
Me too.
I don't like his music, but I like Snoop Dogg.
Snoop to the double G. Sipping on gin shoes, laid back, got my mind on my money, and my money on my mind. Anywho, I like dog style.
I hate everything about that episode.
For Sizzle.
I just don't understand how him and Martha Stewart.
Yeah, I don't get that either. I don't get that either.
Well, they
Anyways,
both
he went to
food.
Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's is a chain down here, and he was serving drinks in the drive-through for like about over an hour. He was doling out the drinks, and people were like, "That's fucking Snoop Dogg." That would have been cool. I'm sorry. Whether you love him or not, that still would have been cool. Now, my son used to work at Bell, and since I'm near Walmart, we used to have celebrities come in a lot. And who came through the drive-through and bought his meal with Fantastic Plastic, and my son's looking at the slip, and it's Vin Diesel.
Oh, no way!
Vin Diesel came through the drive-through. His
Wow.
drive-through. As anything,
Yeah.
nice as anything, and he bought like about $30-40 worth of food, and he was in some fancy car, and he goes, "Have a good day, Mr. Diesel. You too." Boom, he's gone.
Yeah. I like Snoop Dogg. I don't like his music, but I like Snoop. Snoop's cool. I don't like the music, but I like Snoop Dogg.
But him in Trailer Park, totally unexpected. I'm like,
great
oh, yeah.
wait a minute.
Park Boy.
What the hell? You want to buy Sunveil? What the fuck? What? That was a strange plot line. That was a very big strange plot line.
That was the best, though.
Someone did a rewrite
And then
of
they
Before
brought
Christmas.
it. And then Sebastian Bach. I like the ones with Sebastian Bach. They were cool.
Oh, I love that episode. I love the Rush episode.
The Rush
Especially
episode.
them spoofing Closer to the Heart. That music video, I was laughing my ass off. I'm going, oh my God. I had tears come down because I'm like, this is just too good.
Yeah.
Liquors and whores.
Liquors and
but
whores.
Yeah, Sebastian Bach. I just I love it. Joe Vinyl Collection Volume 1. I know Bruce is on here to mention things. If you're a Billy Joel fan, there are several music companies that are giving away his box sets autographed. Goldmine Records is one. Classics du Jour is another one. Yeah, they're giving away to one lucky winner. They must have done a whole bunch of autographed box sets. But so Goldmine Magazine on their website, Classics du Jour is another one on their website. There's another one.
You're done.
What, Mason?
I
What?
said, I'm just warning you, I'm playing music, so you might want to delete the stream when you're done.
Mhm.
I don't think YouTube will say anything because it's not copyrighted music, but still.
Yeah, no. We all about the Four Seasons. It wasn't the Beach Boys they got me on. It was the Four Seasons of all people. That was strange.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're giving away a bunch of
love
Billy
you,
Joel if you win.
baby,
Signed.
but all right. I love that song. Can't take my eyes off you.
And Greg, yeah, way.
I would love to win
I
that.
like Billy Joel's. I like his 70s material. His 80s material, not so much. I know Innocent Man was all over MTV. It was all over the airwaves, that whole album. And then, of course, 5 years later, the shittiest song that is in his cat, We Didn't Start the Fire. I'd like to go back in time
I love we didn't start the fire. I love we didn't start the fire.
That is the biggest turd in Billy Joel's career.
Oh, I
And
disagree.
yet everyone played it. Center still gets the square. It's Paul Wynn. Listen, Charlotte, can I eat anything in the fairgrounds? That was my shitty Paul Wynn invitation, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, tickets are going. Yeah, he's coming. Tickets are going
Man,
on sale on Friday. I wanna,
Darren into it.
Tickets
Your
are going
name's
on
Paul or is it Psycho?
Tickets are
What's
going
that?
on sale for him on Friday. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
For what?
try and get tickets for
My
Billy
name's
Joel.
Paul, Adam.
Oh,
Not
okay.
Psycho.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. So, Richard, what tickets for what?
Billy Joel, I want to
virginity
go.
finally being taken by the Russian chick?
How many
That's
times
your
do I
Richard.
have to tell you? How many times do I have to tell you? She isn't Russian. Her
The
husband
wife of the
Russian.
Russian. Get worse than
Her husband
squirrel.
is Russian.
Take my wife, please.
Her husband's Russian.
I know I just corrected myself. Shut up. I say this in
Oh,
Christian
Lord.
love. Shut up.
Oh, we're definitely not Christian. No, I haven't seen her in a long
But
time,
you'll-
actually.
We'll see him New Year's Eve.
I
Put it on
may.
Patreon.
I
Put it on
may.
Patreon. We'll pay for it.
No, her husband
Richard,
doesn't
this is
like
Richard.
that much. Her husband doesn't like me that much to let me do that.
Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, it'll be quicker than a Mike Tyson fight because the mom will walk in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Damn it, I spent money on this on Patreon. I did not expect Richard's mom to show up 10 seconds in. He didn't even put it in yet. I never said this was going to be a great stream, guys. This is getting sent to the live stream Hall of Fame
Yeah.
for future consideration.
Hey,
What
Richard.
the fuck did
Richard.
That's what it is.
What?
Richard. Guess what I'm
What?
playing, Richard? Guess what I'm playing?
Probably some crap. What are you
Yourself.
playing?
Mike Love.
I said it was
no,
crap.
no, it's self-love.
Have you heard of this
Self-love.
album title, Richard? Mike Love,
What?
First Love.
Yeah. He's probably
Which
talking
is
about himself.
Mike
Yeah.
loves himself.
Yeah.
He actually wrote a song called "Rockin' the Man in the Boat," which is about female masturbation.
Well, now.
He actually wrote a song about that.
So he
boys
Same
and
wrote.
guy
girls.
that's singing
Wow.
Surfing USA and California Girls, and here he is talking about a girl fingering herself.
I
He
didn't
should
think
change
it
his
was
last name.
I didn't think it was
Is there a
possible
song I
for me
might
to like Mike Love. I didn't think it was
Just
possible. I
wondering.
didn't think it was possible. I didn't think it was possible for me to like Mike Love any less, but now I think I do.
Why? Because this is the guy that sings California Girls, and then years later is singing about
I
fingering
really,
a
I
girl.
think I like him a little less now. Yeah.
He wrote a lyric for one of his songs called "Good Vibrations, Assassinations." Why would you put those two words together?
Because he's a
Why
wanker.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Love is a wanker. We can say that.
You can hear it here
Because it's
first,
true.
folks.
Well,
Yeah.
only thing I got to give to the man is that he's a Trump fan. The only thing I got to give to him is that he's conservative.
Now I really don't like him. Now I really don't like him.
Oh boy, here we
Oh well, you're gonna love Brian Wilson because he hates.
Okay, I don't think I'll ever listen to another Beach Boys song again.
Unless it's by Brian Wilson, right?
They're officially ruined. They're a bunch of conservatives.
No, I thought he said Brian's not. Is
And the,
Mason still here?
and the funniest thing is their
I
music
should
is
have went and
hippie
saw
music.
mine. I mean, let's think about this a minute. Surfing USA is going to be 60 60 years old in a couple months. 60 years old. That's a long ass time. 60.
Yeah.
And in a couple of years, Rock Around the Clock will be 70.
Wow.
70 years. But I love all that old shit. You see,
Me
it
too.
doesn't get old. For me, anyway. Yeah. It doesn't get old. See, that's why we need more young people to listen to 50s to 80s stuff
Yeah.
instead of the
Buddy
garbage
Holly
that's been
stuff
put
is,
out.
And the Crickets, yeah.
Buddy Holly stuff is 60s.
Like I mentioned yesterday, I mean, even stuff I'm discovering, like I discovered Sparks because of Weird Al last week. I'm him covering that Sparks song. I'm like, I heard the original. I'm like, oh my God. I said, I love this. I said, and then I figured out, I'm like, that's how Freddie Mercury got some of his voice histrionics, was because of the guy from Sparks. It's a damn good tune. Well, I guess he left. Or maybe he cut himself off.
Did he do that on purpose?
I don't. No, sometimes shit happens. It ain't me. Like I said, I have never taken anybody off stream, although Mason was pretty close about
He's a
15,
pretty good
20 minutes
contender,
ago.
right?
I could have been a contender. So not to get too personal, but Adam, whereabout do we live in the U.S.? Are we in Canada? Where are we at?
Well, I could have moved to Canada because my brother was there for college. But anyways, I actually live in the U.S.
Okay. I live in Northwest Arkansas. I think Mason lives in Texas.
All right, I live in
Richard-
Wisconsin.
Oh, really? Wisconsin?
Yeah.
See, I was originally in Chicagoland. I used to go work over in the Fontana, Lake Geneva area of Wisconsin. So I worked there for a few years. I worked in a secure guard shack for a gated community. And yeah, I had a couple celebs that would rent houses or condos. The top two that I can think of right off the bat, Mr. McFeely from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
And Kevin Cronin from REO Speedwagon. So
What
they
about
would show
Snoop Dogg?
He's probably got some big something down in Atlanta.
Right.
God, right. Robert Johnson's music is 85 years old. Tom says Adam's in the cheese state. Yeah, that's right. But the cheese is great in Wisconsin. Go to Monroe, Wisconsin. At least pre-COVID, every other year was the Cheese Fest over in Monroe. I visited Monroe once, twice out there. I think the farthest up I ever went was Green Bay. I went to Pier, which is a little, think north of that.
Yep.
And yeah, I've been through probably half that state. I ended up, oh God, what was it? For a few days, I had to go up to Hawkins, Wisconsin, which was a hop, skip, and a jump. Okay, so like where I would work, of course, was always the Bears, Packers memorabilia and the bars and the gas stations and shit. Hawkins was a little different. It was Packers, Vikings, because it was that up north. And I remember stopping gas. And the guy goes off and says to me, because I go, I've never been, am I going in the right? Yeah, you're going in the right direction. This is internet. This is the 90s. And he goes off and he's like, just watch out for the Bears. I said, they're in Chicago. He goes, not those Bears. He goes, it's real bears up here. He goes, you're cutting through because the main road cut through a state park with some forest. And so,
oh, wow.
Yeah, I never got to see any bears. Saw a bunch of deer up there, but never saw them. But that would have been funny. Me and my family, truthfully, almost got killed up in Hawkins.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I would have. Yeah, drunk driver almost got us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Me in the minivan long. Oh no. That's why it helps that I had a shit ton of coffee and I'm
Yeah.
sitting like this. I white knuckled the wheel because I'm like got my brights on because it's so dark. It's so dark cutting through Hawkins. It was something else. Oh man. You know what? I am probably gonna wrap this up in a couple minutes because it's already 5. I gotta take care of some things.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm glad you popped on, Adam.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. I don't like I said. I like having people. I don't get to do this that often. This having back-to-back broadcasts is very extremely rare in my land. I'm lucky to do this maybe once a month. I really want to do it weekly, but my life's too damn busy.
Do you have a lot of work?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I do. But like today, I had a day off. I had an extra day off, and
that's good.
I need it for the noggin because working in retail as long as I have, you come really close to like or
yeah.
you know, it's like keep it up. Yeah,
I used to work in a hardware store.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
In the 80s, I did home improvement.
Yeah.
In the 80s for that kind of stuff. Back when I was 19 to 22, and I could I lifted 5/8 sheetrock and 96-pound bag port cement and shit. Can't do that shit anymore. I haven't been able to do that in at least a decade or more.
Wow.
It's like that's fun.
Oh yeah.
Next year,
Oh yeah,
I'll
I
be
was gonna
55.
ask you. I was gonna ask you quick.
Yeah.
Are you gonna watch the Super Bowl with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre?
Probably not. I haven't watched a Super Bowl in a few years. I think the last Super Bowl I remember watching was when Prince was on. I just happened to be in the house. Yeah. I was like, But so of course I thank Mute Mason down there. I thank Richard, the wanker. I thank Adam here, and for myself, I leave with this. I love you, Goth Angel. I miss you, Goth Angel. I cannot wait for my baby to come home for good. She is making those steps, ladies and gentlemen, and Bean saying people are the worst. Well, they can be, but you know what? I do see in regular life and in here in the VC, people can be kind. Humanity can be a bunch of assholes, but you know, truthfully, I think the ones that can be kind are the salt of the earth. They are the light in the world where most of it is enveloped by darkness, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, darkness, smile. No, I'm not going to sing that shit. Anywho, for everybody out there, you know what? Have yourself a great day and the rest of the week. My schedule next week is Sunday off and Thanksgiving off. And if I something tells me Sunday I'm going to be very busy. So, and I know a lot of you people are going to be busy on Thanksgiving, but you know, I might just do an early stream on Thanksgiving just because I damn can. So, nice turkey, gobble, gobble, play with your waddle. That's that hanging thing from the neck. Play with your waddle edition of Psycho's Platters. And remember, boys and girls, always powered by coffee each and every time. And like and sub if you can. Thank you to the one person that's watching. The one person.
It's probably Beans or Tom, right?
Well. Hang on a minute. Just in time for me to do this. Well, that's because everybody's going to Rachel's show. I understand, and I may do that too. But I just want to say, Richard, I want to say one comment to you before I end this broadcast.
Yes.
You wanker. All right, everybody.
You're a wanker, Paul. Get your streamers, wanker.
You're a wanker.
Wanker.
Everyone in the studio audience is a wanker under your chair.